Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin. Today we actually have some really interesting news on new Egyptian god structure decks or something like that, so this is going to be pretty crazy, but before we actually get into them, I wanted to talk about this card, so Snake Lily of the Abyss. And yeah, I mean, let's see if it actually is going to help the deck. I don't know, personally, we never know. So Snake Lily of the Abyss, the first thing that we obviously know is that it is a searchable card by the level 4 Dark Abyss monster. So not that it matters, but anyways. You can, I hate when cards like that have this restriction. Send one reptile monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then, if you have 5 or more reptile monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can special summon one reptile monster from your grave. Of course, this is the kind of effect that will only come up when you have Snake Rain as well. Because, I get, no, not necessarily. You can actually get 5 reptiles in your grave just with the 2 in-hand effects of the level 4 Light and Dark, because they all Foolish One and they discard themselves. So if you have both of these cards plus this spell card, well, you actually get to instantly revive a monster, which I guess is not that bad. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why it had to say 5 or more. That's just such a huge number. I don't know. It's, again, it's definitely the best out of all of the Abyss spells and traps, but only because all of them are complete shit. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a start, but it's not a great one. Alright, now let's get into the juice. Egyptian god decks, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and Obelisk the Tormentor. Oh my god. Okay, well, we never know, eh? The Sacred Beast structure deck actually introduced some, quote-unquote competitive cards, I guess you can say. The one-card engine to make Curious, Needle Fiber, anything you want. That was pretty interesting, so let's see if this is actually going to be even better, because, of course, the Egyptian gods are significantly more badass than the Sacred Beast. So, Ra was feeling lonely. Hey, that's unfortunate, man. Only Atem and Kaiba's monsters actually got them. So, awaken the power of Egyptian gods. If you ever wanted to build a deck around the Egyptian god card, but didn't know where to start, look no further than the Egyptian god decks, Egyptian god decks, Slifer the Sky, blah blah blah. Serve up simple strategies to summon and win either with Slifer or Obelisk the Tormentor. Interesting. So Slifer. Alright, this is where the fun part begins. Slifer powers up depending on how many cards you have in your hand, so this deck uses token generating effects to help you gather the 3 required tributes while using fewer cards from your hand. Oh, interesting. Are we gonna see a 1-card triple, I don't know, like a kind of scapegoat for 3 monsters, but that locks you under Divine Beast for the rest of the turn? After you have Slifer on the field, powered up with cards that let you draw more cards, like the brand new Thunder Force attack. Based on Slifer's signature attack, this spell card can destroy all of your opponent's face-up monsters at any time. Ooh, this is a quick play spell. But if you use it during your own main phase, you can draw a card for each monster destroyed. Well, yeah, that's basically nothing new technically, so we actually kind of already knew about this. Obelisk the Tormentor, unleash the true power of Obelisk the Tormentor by tributing 2 monsters you control and wipe your opponent's monster off the field. This deck uses self-replicating monsters to provide tributes and protect your life points as you get closer to drawing your Divine Beast. No, man. Oh no, this is way too anime-esque. It's not, I don't know, this feels like garbage. Just protecting yourself until you finally draw your... That doesn't really sound like a good argument to actually try to sell them. It's like, yeah, your deck's not going to be consistent, so just to make you survive more, for a bit more longer, we're actually going to give you marshmallows. Yeah, so you're going to take less damage, don't worry. Obelisk's own ability can crush your opponent's monster all at once, but throw in a new spell, Fist of Fate, and you can negate a monster effect and destroy it without needing to tribute. Activate during your own main phasing and you can crush all your opponent's spells and traps as well. Yeah, again, pretty much nothing new here. Each Egyptian god deck is 40 cards total and includes 1 Egyptian god cards and 5 new cards, 4 unique new cards, as well as 1 copy of Soul Crossing, a brand new quick play spell included in both decks that lets you tribute summon your Egyptian god by tributing your opponent's monsters. So that's cool. I mean, again, we kind of already saw the triple Stormforth during your opponent's turn, but yeah. Each deck is playable on its own straight out of the box and comes with a dueling guide that explains the basic strategy and some rules you should know to get the most out of the deck. That's really going to be interesting for people kind of coming back to the game, or like the old players who are like, yeah, the Egyptian gods are the best cards ever. And of course, if you pick up both, you can mix and match their strategies to create an awesome deck that can wield multiple Egyptian gods. Egyptian god cards, blah blah blah, going to actually be released 6/9/2021, so in 4 months. That's gonna be, wait, hold on, March, April, May, June, so June 9th. Oh, interesting. Okay, it should be there before the Cyber Style Structure deck, because that one actually has an estimated arrival date of maybe August to September. August to September, sorry. And also, each deck contains 40 cards, so 4 Ultras and 4 Supers. I already made a video kind of saying that like foils in structure decks kind of have a tendency to vary between 5 and 10. So this actually having 10 foils is really interesting, especially when it's 50-50 for the Ultras and Supers. So pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to see some real brand new cards or just the cards that were already announced before, and we're gonna get maybe some new stuff on top of that. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. But what do you think about the structure deck? Do you think it's going to have some interesting stuff in it? Maybe some good reprints, because that is definitely something that they might actually have to incorporate in order to make sure that it sells well. So I don't know, maybe, huh? Anyways, this is the final one that I have to talk about. So King's Court is the newest 60-card booster set with world premiere cards. So we haven't seen any of them yet. This is really insane. That can be played by themselves or as the engine of an Egyptian god strategy. It releases 6/24/2021. This one is 6/9, so this is pretty much going to be, I guess, 2 weeks after. And it contains the complete set, the complete King's Court booster set containing 60 cards, 10 ultra rares, 15 super rares, 35 rares. 15 cards in the set are also available as collector rares. So it's pretty much going to be like Toon thingy. I don't know what to think about this, because, again, they didn't try to make it too super appealing. They're world premieres, which is extremely important. It means TCG exclusive, in case you didn't know that's the term, which means that we might actually see some extremely good cards, but we might actually kind of have a letdown of just unplayable cards and cards that are only good for Egyptian gods, but at the same time they said that can be played by themselves. I don't really know what this is supposed to mean, or as the engine of an Egyptian god card strategy. So it's really hard to create cards that would be good for Egyptian god and not completely unfair for the other the other decks in the game. Like, for example, if there's a card that summons 3 tokens, and if you say, like, yeah, it's generic, don't worry, other decks can play too, it's not just for Egyptian god, it's gonna be tier 0, because Scapegoat is limited, and it has so many restrictions. Like, you can't even normal or special summon the turn you use it, so you have to set it, and use it during your opponent's end phase, literally. So I don't think the support that they're going to release for the Egyptian gods are going to be cards that are going to be playable for the other decks, but I definitely could be wrong, and hopefully I am. That would be interesting. So, anyways, that's all I had to say and talk about for this, I don't know, Egyptian god video, I guess you want to say. And yeah, before we end, make sure you like and subscribe, because it really motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. I would really appreciate it, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.